Hi, I'm Mitch Shoemaker, and today is day 88. 88. I'm checking my list. I'm sorry. I apologize. Where's my brain? 89. Today is day 89. I was like, something didn't sound right. Today is day 89 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and celebrating myself. So, yay for celebrating myself. Yay for day 89. 11 days to go. I'm doing a countdown. I'm so ready to be done. Anyway, so today for day 89, I chose to celebrate being a brat because sometimes I am just a brat, and I will be perfectly honest about that. I really am. And sometimes I actually enjoy being a brat. So I, I just I just do. Um, sorry, I'm entertaining to myself apparently. I'm also anyway, so being a brat. Sometimes I just feel like being a brat. Sometimes I just want to celebrate being a brat. I can't really say that I'm a spoiled brat. I don't know that I'm really spoiled. Maybe a little bit, but but every once in a while I'm just really bratty. I just feel like I'm just really ornery, or I just think to myself, I'm just being a brat and I don't want to do it. Like I know what the right choice is. I know what the things are I'm supposed to do, and I'm like, I just don't care. Or I'm gonna do something that I know probably annoys other people, and I just being a brat, so I don't care. I'm just gonna do it anyway because I'm being a brat. But I did share this with my vision board friend, and I kind of, it served me right, really, celebrating being a brat. And so I sent texts to my siblings that are a different time zone than I am, and they all go to bed early, and I don't. So not that it was horribly late, but it was probably late for them. So I sent them all text messages to update them on where I'm at with my 100 days of celebrating myself, because I'm a little bit behind on doing that. And so, of course, the next morning, obviously I'm behind on my videos too, so I'm sharing this. They, of course, text me back early in the morning, and I'm like, really, I'm sleeping. But I'm like, it serves me right because I was just being a brat, and I knew that it was going to irritate them, so they were just kind enough to respond in the morning just to, paybacks, I guess. But that's family for you. Love my family. And they also, maybe that's just when it was convenient for them or when they read the text message, so they just didn't even think anything of it. And I keep wishing would turn my phone off, because sometimes I turn the volume off on my phone before I go to bed at night, and then I forget to turn it back on during the day, so I miss calls and text messages and other things, so that I don't turn the volume down when I'm trying to sleep, and then people text and call me when I'm sleeping, and I'm like, oh no, and it wakes me up because I'm a light sleeper. So that has absolutely nothing to do with my being a brat. That just is a random tangent, because I do that with my randomness, in case you weren't aware of that. Which, if you're watching my videos, you are aware that I have very random tangents. Anyway, nothing to do with my being a brat. But I'm not redoing this video because being a brat. I'm celebrating being a brat, and I just don't care. I think I celebrate. To me, I feel like I'm being a brat when I just don't care. When I just do things that I know are just a little bit annoying, a little bit obnoxious, a little bit over the top sometimes, or just avoiding doing whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing, or consciously making choices that I know are not the best choices for myself. And I just say, hey, I just don't care. I'm going to be a brat today. Like, which isn't always the best thing for myself, because it's like, I know I need to do certain things so that I feel good about myself and I'm in a good mood. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm not, so I'm just being a brat because I'm not in a good mood and I don't care. I'm just ornery, so I'm just going to be a brat. And I do that. But sometimes I just think it's fun to be a brat. Sometimes it's just, my little teasings and things that I do that I consider myself being a brat. I don't know if anybody else thinks that I'm being a brat, but, and yes, this is another one of those things to just point out the fact that I'm not perfect, and I'm okay with it, because these are some of the vices or things in my life that I actually enjoy and will probably never give up, because, it's just a part of who I am, and I kind of like it. So, and that is the other thing. It's like, you can be aware of having vices or things that aren't the best about you, that other people may not think are the best. But if you like it, if you enjoy it, whatever the case may be, then there's really, no reason to change. You have to not like what you're doing in order to change it, I think. So I kind of like being a brat. In fact, I have a character in my head, one that I've created, imagined up, that I have not actually written about. But she's a brat. And it's kind of funny because they're like twins, and the older one is called a brat, and the younger one is called a baby, and they create their own little language, and they just call each other a brat and a baby all the time. I think it's hilarious, and I'm just like, yeah, because she's a brat. And maybe she's not like a total brat, but she always, lets her sister get in trouble for her because they're identical twins. And again, I haven't written the story; it's just in my head. But she just doesn't, she's like, oh, cool. She gets in trouble because they mistook her for me. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. or people mistake her for her sister. So she lets them talk and say whatever they want to say. And then she never relays the message to her sister, even though she knows that they meant the message for her sister. So obviously her sister thinks she's a brat because she just doesn't tell people that they've got the wrong twin. And then she doesn't tell the right twin what's going on. So she's a brat. At least that's the way I picture her in my head. And that's, of course, my version of being a brat. It's just, simple, silly little things like that are annoying to other people. Maybe not always having common courtesy for other people, respecting other people's timelines and boundaries like I should. And most of the time, I'm not really a brat. I know that. Just every once in a while, I have those days where I'm like, I just feel like being a brat. I just don't care, and I'm just going to do my own little thing. And sometimes I think it's nice that I get to a place where I'm like, I don't care what other people think. I'm just going to do what I need to do. And that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing. But I think I kind of become a brat when I cross other people's boundaries, when I don't consider their boundaries, when I choose to do things that are just for me. And I'm like, I just don't care if it's crossing your boundaries. I just don't care if I'm sending you a text and it's waking you up. That's just how I am, which is usually me on Christmas morning. It's the only morning that I ever wake up early or don't go to sleep, one of the two, or both. I don't know. But so I will send my family siblings text messages like 4:00 Christmas morning, Merry Christmas. And they're all like, we're in bed sleeping still. What's wrong with you? Because I'm the night owl. I'm the person that's never up at 4:00 in the morning. So then, they retaliate later, other days, I'm like, getting you back. So, and I deserve it. Every time they do, I'm like, I know, I deserve it because I was being a brat. So I don't really mind when it's something like that. But I do sometimes enjoy just being a brat. But like I said, it's just, but sometimes I think it is good to recognize that I don't always have to care what other people think. I can do what I need to do to take care of myself. But like I said, it is when I cross those boundaries, I don't like it when other people cross mine, and I shouldn't cross theirs. It's a respect thing. And sometimes I'm a brat and I don't respect the boundaries, which is not nice of me. I know that. But it's also probably the only time, or one of the few times, when I'm just like, I'm not worried about what other people think. I'm just going to do whatever it is that I'm going to do, and I will deal with whatever the consequences are, because I know I'm just in one of those moods, and I'm just whatever, being a brat. So I wish I was like that, where I didn't worry about what other people think all the time, and would just go forward and do whatever it is that I need to do without that insecurities that I have about repercussions and other people's responses, and wanting that constant validation and all of those things that I normally deal with on a daily basis. So when I'm being a brat, none of those things seem to apply, which is awesome. I love that. But like I said, I would love to have that, but still be respectful of other people and their boundaries and things like that. But I go one step further. I always go to the extreme. So I'm just kind of like, meh, which isn't very nice of me. So I think tomorrow I'm actually celebrating extremes. Well, let me rephrase that. I already celebrated going to the extremes, but I think that will be a video I do tomorrow, because I am a few days behind. I apologize. I'm not behind on the days on what I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating something different every single day. I'm just behind on creating the videos of what I celebrated. So, because it's Saturday and I celebrated being a brat on Wednesday. So, Yes, and I was being a brat and chose not to do videos on the day that I was celebrating being a brat because I just didn't want to and I just didn't care. And I'm like, and now I care because I get to play catch up. So I'm just like, ah. So I'm either going to do multiple videos a day to get caught up, or I'm going to be a brat and just wait until I'm done with all of my videos before I start my next 100 days of videos and just be a few days behind and catching up my videos. And I'm not really sure which one I'm going to do at this point. So, anyway, that's just me. And like I said, I may be a brat and not care, um, because that's what I'm celebrating today. So that's how my brain is wired and thinking, or at least while I'm making the video, it is. I love that when I'm thinking about things or whatever it is that I'm celebrating for the day, I just have a tendency to, those things just happen to play out in whatever my day is. And I seem to think about or concentrate on that for the day. And, or I'm just like, whatever mood I'm in, I'm just going to celebrate that for the day. So that's how I've come up with a lot of these days to celebrate things. So, yeah, but sometimes I have fun being a brat. I get myself in trouble, I'm sure, sometimes too. But anyway, that's what I have for today. So if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude. Find some fun, fabulous ways to celebrate yourself, even the things you may not like or that other people may not like. If you enjoy it, celebrate it. And I hope you have a great day. This is a great day full of gratitude. I already said that. And I already forgot what I always say. Maybe do some writing. Have a good night.